to me, I have my only concern with this. It looks great, it sounds great, but like, will we get tired of like, God, I just want to like slow down for a second and fight some guys, or I just want to slow down for a second and I don't know. It's interesting to think of a game that would be constantly, like literally constantly on the move like that.
I think it's partly depend on whether the side stuff is fun enough, and also the main stuff, like the main story aspects, really grip you.
Sure.
Just all want to keep like going and obviously getting more upgrades and unlocking stuff and going almost like faster and faster, I guess.
A little Crackdown vibe there of, you know, going around the city, collecting stuff higher and higher, reaching, you know, crazy points.
It's got a lot of different vibes from loads of different games, isn't it? Definitely got the sort of cartoony style, but it's got like open world about GTA, and it's got like a bit of Dead Rising with the weapons, and it's just like a massive mix of different games, which is awesome.
Yeah, I definitely. It's got me gobsmacked, as you would say.
Oh, God damn it. That's not how you'd use it.
Okay, English lesson time. How do we use gobsmacked?
Oh, God.
You don't even
I'm
know.
gobsmacked at Ghost Robo's amount of subs. I don't know.
Isn't gobsmacked like very like surprised or very
Just,
like...
yeah, just like you're shocked at that situation almost.
I'm kind of shocked that this game looks so good. I mean, Fuse was a monumental letdown of a game.
Yeah, we was talking briefly before this, like why it's exclusive, and it's, well, we're guessing Xbox or Microsoft threw money at them, and the fact that the last couple of games haven't really sold that well.
They needed it.
Yeah. I mean, talking about a little bit about money and stuff. Did you hear about how much Destiny's costing?
Yeah, 500 million or some massive number.
Too much. And apparently, GTA 5, which is one of the most gross profit media ever, only cost 250 million, and so that's half the cost of that game, which is, I don't know. They have to sell, I mean, it's 16 million copies to just break even.
It's crazy.
But they're saying, oh well, it's a cycle of 10 years, so obviously
Right.
they're thinking we're going to buy like microtransactions, DLC, and stuff. It just, I don't know.
It sounds like with that game that they're almost building a framework to then invent new games within. So like that once they create the baseline game,
but it's got to sell well first of all, though. It's got to sell like a decent like 5-10 million, which is.
I mean, I think on name alone, Bungie, Activision, Destiny, I think that's going to sell a ton just on name alone. And it's interesting that they are taking it. It sounds like, at least, in almost like a World of Warcraft direction. Like, hey, we make the base Destiny game, and then over the next 10 years, we're going to release new games within Destiny, utilizing the same framework. That's never really been done before, and maybe that's why the investment up front is so huge. Does that sound possible?
They're also doing another game next year, which isn't even announced yet, and they spent a similar amount on that as well. So
for Activision or for Bungie?
No, Activision is doing another game, which we haven't heard about yet. So it's interesting that Activision is putting their money where their mouth is, but I feel like perhaps they got a little bit out of control with this game, where they're like, oh, we're so excited about having Bungie on board, and this game's going to make us money and stuff, where they just sort of keep chucking money at it, and I think it's got a little bit out of control, honestly. I don't know.
The hype for Destiny is insanely high.
We're excited, but...
I mean, I'm excited. It feels like at this point, knowing that they've spent 500 million, that anything short of perfection will be a letdown. But, you know, they'll have a huge presence at E3, and so we will get to see it for what it is finally, like a whole huge chunk of it. And the beta, didn't you say it's coming out soon?
Oh, yeah, it's coming out. They've basically said it's coming out in July. But obviously, we're aware that the Sony people get it first.
Right.
But people are putting around the 7th of July, because apparently they like the sort of number 7 for some reason.
Right, don't they have like a Bungie Day?
Yeah, something like that. So it will probably be perhaps Sony on the 7th, and then perhaps, I don't know, another day for someone else. Well,
we and you out there will have a chance to play it then pretty darn soon. But I'm sure it's going to be a major part of Sony's E3, I would assume.
Definitely.
And there was this crazy leak earlier this week that when I first started reading it, it sounded possible. Okay, it sounded possible. This is a big Sony E3 press conference leak of what was going to be shown at their show. And then as I moved through it, I was like, no, and no. Because they hit on all the ones we know about, right? Uncharted 4 gameplay demo. It looks amazing. Tropical setting. then it got crazy. Guerrilla Games, new RPG. Okay, that could be there, and I think could be very cool. They hired the New Vegas writer, so definitely plausible there. But then it was saying stuff like Last of Us 2 teaser, The Last Guardian, Wipeout for PlayStation 4. I mean, it just got bonkers.
Brand new games, we don't even know what the name is and stuff. It's literally the list. We're just going endless list of games. This will take about 3 days to announce all these games, so it's not going to happen. Oh, well, it'd be nice to happen. I mean, even stuff like The Last Guardian, I can't see that happening this year. But you never know. I don't know.
Let's pick a few of them. What of that list are you hoping? I
was trying to find the list now. I was trying to find the list when we were talking, but what one I'd really like to see?
Yeah,
I'm trying to think
that you think is realistic for them to be there.
I think we're going to hear something from Guerrilla.
Okay.
Guerrilla. I'm not sure what they can. Hopefully, it's something away from Killzone, so that could be a brand new game.
I definitely think it's a new IP, and if they do an RPG, would you? I think it would be weird if they did a Fallout style thing before Fallout comes out, but maybe that's like the perfect spot because people are so, so hungry for a Fallout.
Yeah. Well, I think people are hungry generally for an RPG now. I mean, I've been playing this. I can't talk about the game yet, but I've been playing this. Is it Bound
by Flame?
Yeah, I've been hoping that was good. I can't really say much yet, but
you were hoping it was good.
Yeah, you'll see soon. I mean, it's okay, but it's not a Fallout or a really decent RPG,
right?
Unfortunately,
I think that some of the stuff on this list they're talking about. Rockstar has a new project exclusive to Sony. We've heard about Agent forever. Like that game was shown on the screen. What, like way before the PlayStation 4 was even announced.
4 years ago, isn't it?
Like four or 5 years ago. It was completely crazy.
Just the logo.
But they were talking about Media Molecule with a new Morpheus thing. Here's my gut take. I think Morpheus, which is Sony's VR, is like something that is maybe for next year's E3. I think they're going to focus on PlayStation 4 games and why you should buy a PlayStation 4 today, not why you should buy a PlayStation 4 in 3 years. And looking at this list here, which I'm actually going to send your way right now so you can pull it up and take a peek. But one of the things that has me the most excited would be that Ninja Theory is working on a PlayStation 4 exclusive. Now, they are the people that made Heavenly Sword and what is the other game they made that I really liked? Enslaved. They also did the new DMC, which I loved.
That was a really good game.
I love that game. So whatever they are doing next, I think they know combat and I think they know visuals. So creating a very pretty world, like think of DMC, Enslaved. Both those games are so colorful and gorgeous, kind of like Sunset Overdrive. And to me, that would be something that we don't know about. So it would be exciting and I think is viable because I don't know what Ninja Theory is currently doing. Even if it was DMC 2, like I'd be on board with a DMC 2 PS4 game.
Definitely. I'd definitely up for that. I was looking at this list as well. I'm looking at Quantic Dreams. Apparently they've got a trailer ready.
Are they ready though? I mean, Beyond...
it just came out, didn't it? I mean... I was also hearing about the Project Beast is actually quite realistic because apparently the Dark Souls 2 was their sub-team.
Right, it was.
What I'm hearing, yeah.
If you compare the credits, you'll see that most of the main leads for Demon Souls and even Dark Souls 1 are not present in Dark Souls 2. It's kind of
they've been working on this, you think?
And I think that's so cool because Dark Souls 2 to me feels so good that if that's their B team, like From Software is quickly becoming like one of the
very impressive,
like leaders of game design. That's pretty awesome. What do you think about God of War 4? Does that like tickle your fancy at all?
I'm fed up. I'm not. Well, I think the franchise is great, but it's gone now. But I'm sure they're going to keep doing it. Got Gran Turismo coming out as well. Gran Turismo 6 coming to the PS4 on 60 frames, 1080p. I guess it'll also be a title revealing Gran Turismo 7 prologue. Oh my god!
And this is all speculation again. We are not confirming any of this, and some of it will be true. I'm sure Uncharted 4 is going to have a demo of the game there. I'm sure Guerrilla Games RPG will be there, but this thing just pushes it too far. I do expect them to have a section on remakes, so I do expect The Last of Us Remastered and possibly a few others to fall into that. Are there any other PS3 exclusives that you think they would like tout and bring back at their conference?
The only one I think of is Uncharted, maybe.
I've heard rumors of Beyond getting a PS4.
That makes no sense because that game didn't. Heavy Rain would make more sense because that was actually for me, a more enjoyable game. Perhaps they could upgrade some stuff and perhaps take the Jason bit out or something. I don't know.
Jason, that's your favorite
Jason.
part. Another one I think that could be very cool if they announced, and it seems odd to invest in this because it is kind of more of a niche market, but Wipeout for PS4, I mean, that game looked so good on PS3 that it could be a standout for them visually. Last Guardian, do you have
Fingers
any
crossed.
hope for that anymore?
It's still being worked on apparently, but I just... So originally this come to PS3, so
Right.
they've now had to switch to the PS4, which again is going to mean like another like 1 or 2 years to like work on it. So I'm hoping we get something, a little something, or at